times in my life I feel like were the most beautiful were the times that I could have never asked for, were the moments that I could have never drew up, were the moments that I definitely did not want to be living. And in the whole mist of life, the only beauties that I've ever found are the ones when I'm lost. When I'm lost in this life and I don't have a direction, I don't have a where, I don't have a destination of where I'm going, I don't have a goal of that I'm specifically chasing to validate myself in the midst of all of life. It's just when I'm living and kind of feel like I don't have a direction, when I'm floating in the wind of life and just letting life take me where it's gonna take me and living for the moments that are given to me. Because whenever I put a objective in my life, somehow I get so obsessed with it that nothing in life is worth living other than that objective. Nothing in life is important other than that objective. Nothing in life is worthwhile anymore. I don't know if any of this really makes any sense, because I'm just kind of speaking on things that are pretty vague in my mind, but it's a question of, is being lost the best place to be in life? I wonder if being lost is the place that you want to be. Because I found in the moments that I felt like I've made it, or I've gotten to a place, that I always wanted to be, I've gotten to achieve a dream, a passion that I've always wanted to pursue, everything in life almost stops. The growth stops. Everything just becomes, now what? Now what? What's more? What's more? And then my life becomes a spiral of lust, because now I've reached the peak and there's no farther I have to go other than down and down and down and down and down. And then you keep searching for the high that you're supposed to be feeling, but you're not feeling it. And I just wonder why, in the moments in my life where I'm the most lost, where I don't have anything, when I don't feel like I have anything to truly live for, that my purpose shines brightest. I feel stronger than I ever felt. I feel closer to God than I've ever felt. I feel like everything is falling in line, although it's complete chaos in the world that I'm living in. And I think that's the perfection that I seek. The perfection and the desire of the life that I live, and the dreams that I ask for and pray for on a day-to-day basis. This is when it's becoming fulfilled. This is when God's truly, truly working in my life, is when I feel this lost and I feel like I don't know where I'm going. Because if you know exactly where you're going, oftentimes when you get there, you're not as surprised. So many times when I've traveled the world and I idolized this one place, and I thought that it was going to be so magical when I get there, I didn't feel what I saw in the pictures. I didn't feel what I saw in the videos. I didn't feel what I saw, because I saw it and imagined it 30, 40, 50 times. And then the moments that I didn't think hard about, the places I never heard of that I went to, I was the most pleasantly surprised by the beauty of it. So sometimes it's not about the destination and drawing up this destination and idolizing and making this destination and goal so big, but it's also living the beauty of this journey that you're on, and the places that you're going to go that you don't even realize are more beautiful than the end result. Oftentimes I remember I was doing I was like biking on a motorcycle through Vietnam, and on the biking journey there were all these destinations, and it was like different cities. And then on the way to the city where I'd be riding, I'd see these places and these views that were past like my imagination, and like the most beautiful views in the world to me. And they surprised me, and they made me like extraordinarily happy. And then I get to like the destination, I'd be like, this is the destination? Like what the fuck was I what did I come here for? I really should have just stayed in those places that I just drove past to get to here. And I didn't even embrace those moments enough because I wanted to get to the next place, and it was always the next place, the next place, the next place. And it was never, you know what, this place that I just found on the way is pretty beautiful. Let me sit in it and just have a little bit of fun here, and yeah, I don't know. Like, even while being in Paris these couple of days, the times and the moments and places that I saw that I had never seen in Paris before surprised me and made me like so much more happy than all the tourist places I went like the first 2 times, because it's not the real experience. It's just like the false version of Paris, or the idolized version of Paris. I don't really know what I'm saying, but I'm saying something, and this video is gonna get posted anyway. So bye bye.